Hello friends. So, in today's episode on the plant channel, we're going to talk about Philodendron Pink Princess care. So stay tuned. Thank you everybody for joining me today in today's video. As I just said a second ago, we're going to talk about Philodendron Pink Princess care, but just a few updates for you. So in my last video, we talked about how I need a shade cloth, and I still don't have a shade cloth. But yeah, there's other fish to fry. I am now open to the public. We are selling vegetables full force. Everything is going wonderful, and it's a beautiful day here in Southwest Missouri. It is sunny and beautiful. So I just wanted to give a few updates on that. So let's just get into the Philodendron Pink Princess care. So all these tips that I'm going to give you today are what I have found that works for me. So yeah, I always have a saying, you have your way, I have my way, for the right way, the correct way, and the only way it does not exist. That's from Friedrich Nietzsche. So these are just tips that I am going to give you today. You know, take them if you want, you know, go off of them. This is how I grow them. Because I am not going to tell you, you have to give them this type of light. You have to put them in this type of soil, because no, honey boo boo child, you are wrong. So yeah. So a Philodendron Pink Princess is actually a Philodendron herbescens. I hope I'm saying that correct. And this is a mutation. The pink color is a mutation off of that. So Philodendron Pink Princess, as we know them and love them, is a pink colored plant. Philodendron that has Pink Princess. This is a vining one. This is not a rambling one. Rambling ones are completely different. We'll get into that later on in different plants as we go through the year and do care guides. So this is a bright light loving plant. You have to give it bright light. The brighter the better, to keep this pink, because if it doesn't, you know, it's like any variegation that is unstable in a plant. If you cut the light back, that variegation is going to go away. It's going to revert and lose that variegation because it's trying to produce more chlorophyll to create more food for the plant. So that's why it loses that variegation. Variegation equals no food for the plant. So in the greenhouse, or in your house, you want to put these in the brightest location that you find. Don't give them direct sun. If you give them direct sun, it will burn the leaves. But a little, and I say that, a little direct sun in the morning, a little morning direct sun is not going to burn the leaves. It may make it actually a little bit happier. So pests with these are, you know, pretty much run-of-the-mill regular things, mealybugs, spider mites. Treat them with how you want. I am not going to tell you how you need to treat your plants for an insect. So potting mix, you know, there's a humongous debate on what you should put an aeroid in and how you should grow an aeroid in this potting mix and blah, 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 blah. Put it in leca if you want. I'm not a leca fan. Sorry, but yeah, don't do leca here. I do an actual potting mix. Currently I am doing basically half and half perlite and potting soil. I do mix some orchid bark in there here and there. Just depends on if I have it on hand. But as long as you have a soil that drains quickly, let's just losing a piece. As long as you have and I should hold this up while I talk. As long as you have a soil that drains quickly and doesn't hold on to moisture for long periods of time, it's going to be happy. Mix your potting mix however you want. You know, I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm just telling you how I grow these. And I love this. I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera. It's probably going to pick up my face up. That's hide. Still finding but it's like hot pink shining through that leaf. I love it. Stem variegations is how you find it. How you find it, yeah. You can see how the variegation is going to go by looking at the stem. We just popped out a new leaf there, and we got a new one making in the making right now. What was I just lost my train of thought, guys. That happens quite often. I got 45 jillion things going on. Oh, this Pink Princess is from the lovely Rachel at Heart Shaped Leaves, my sister from another mister. Loved her a long time. So, once this actually, so with like any philodendron, you want to put it on a pole. Either if it's a moss pole that you buy or a moss pole that you make, a plank, which I am starting planks, just doing cedar planks, like fencing. It's not treated, but anyway, that's what I'm gonna start doing here. But give it something to climb on. The more you give it to climb, the bigger the leaves are gonna get. Now, I've seen Pink Princess with leaves about, about that big. I don't know how big a Pink Princess leaf can get. But I love Pink Princess. Got another one that's kind of sort of the same. Just 1 second, I'll be right back. And we're back. Well, I'm back. So, Philodendron Pink Princess is an herbaceous philodendron. So is Philodendron White Princess. So I've got two princesses. I've got the pink and the white princess. I don't think I've shown you guys the white princess. That was a gift from a friend of mine after the first greenhouse burnt down. But I wanted to show because I had not showcased that pretty lady yet. So let's just hold them both up at the same time. So fertilization. So usually during the winter when the days are short and whatnot, they kind of go into a little bit of a dormancy. And I don't mean dormancy like a caladium going dormant where it just drops all its foliage and dies back down to the corm. No, these just kind of stop growing. It may put out one leaf, it may put out two leaves, but it's not going to be putting out leaves as quick as it does during the spring and the summer and the fall when the days are longer. So during the winter, I do not fertilize. Now during the summer, I do a weekly fertilization. So when I say weekly, I take that the bottle of the fertilizer that I use, and I use 99% of the time I use just the Alaskan fish fertilizer. It's organic, it's non-burning and stuff like that. So I take that, but it stinks like, it stinks like fish. So wouldn't recommend that in your house. But I would use a balanced fertilizer weekly. So you're gonna take that instructions and you're gonna cut it in half. So say if it calls for 1 tablespoon per gallon, I would do a half a tablespoon per gallon weekly. Now you can even cut it farther back to 1/4, but I just cut it in half. That's just what's working for me. That's what's always worked for me. We went over pest, potting soil, watering. You can tell when it needs water because it'll start drooping. Now don't let them get too bone dry because you'll see some significant leaf coloration, stuff like that, from lack of water, leaf yellowing or leaf loss. But just when it starts to kind of droop a little bit, give it some water. What I do is I run the water, make sure it starts running through the bottom, give it a minute, then I do it again, run it through. And this guy, we were talking about potting mix. This guy's just potted up in perlite and sphagnum moss, I believe. Yep, which you can do that too. Whatever potting mix works for you, because potting mix is designed for your environment. So if you live in a drier environment and you need that to hold on to a little bit more water, calculate it how you want it. If you live in a wet area where you want that to go quicker, calculate it from there. Your potting mix is how you want it designed, not how someone tells you to. There's a lot of people out there that are notorious for telling you how you are supposed to do things, and it don't work that way. So, I think I have covered everything. Terracotta, like for all aeroids, except for I'm getting ready to do something different. It's going to blow y'all, I don't know what you guys are going to think about this, but I'm super excited for the next adventure that I'm getting ready to start with trailing plants. So, guys, if you have any questions, I have 2 Instagrams. One is the plant channel. It's _plant channel. And then the Crazy Plant Man, which is my personal. I answer both of them. Send me a message on there. Leave a comment below. It's a very, very busy time of the year for me. But I'm trying to get my schedule for filming and all that in the mix and everything. I think I'm going to have to hire someone to help me. Honestly, I'm kind of excited to say that. But yeah, super, super excited about that. I'm going to be doing a giveaway here very, very soon. And it's a plant from my plants. It's going to be probably an El Chaco Red. So be on the watch for that. I think once we hit 3,500 people, that's when I'll do the announcement. So help me get to 3,500, guys. You know, you may have been new to the channel and still haven't hit that button for the subscription. Hit that for me. It means a lot to me. But that wraps up today's video. Guys, thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.